Friends, welcome back to Ozark Outdoor Brewing. The last video you saw, I brewed up my first all-grain brew-in-a-bag beer. Fermentation is complete. Now then, it's just time to keg this thing up, get it on some CO2 so we can crack that thing open and see how well we did. Let's do this. Took you 18 tries for that. We've got the beer out of the fermentation chamber. First thing I did a couple of days ago, when I knew fermentation was complete, I cranked down the temperature on my fermentation chamber, got it down to about 38 degrees. I don't know anything really about cold crashing. I'm trying my hand at this, ready to go into the keg. The keg has been washed, cleansed, sanitized. Cleansed and sanitized again. You can never be too careful. Posts have been taken off, cleaned, sanitized, the poppets, the gut tube, all that cleaned, sanitized, ready to take on this lovely pale ale that we've got sitting here. First thing we're going to do, just to limit the amount of sediment that's going to get down into the bottom of this keg, we're going to utilize that bouncer inline filter again. Just get that screwed in here. Sanitize the valve that's on the fermenter, and then just make sure that beer line goes all the way to the bottom of the keg. We want to limit the amount of oxygen that we introduce to the beer at this point. All right, turn to time. What the heck? Time to turn the tap on and see what we get. That really didn't take all that long, friends. Fermenter is empty, as you can see. We're going to turn the tap off down there at the bottom of it. We're going to remove my filling line. Got a little tub of sanitizer back here that I've got the lid sitting in with the O-ring on it already. Drop that down in. Not going to fully seat it yet. I want to apply a little bit of pressure just to push that lid up a little bit tighter against the rim there, just to make sure we get a good seal on this thing and I'm not losing any CO2 pressure. Now then, the lid is seated. We've got the CO2 turned on with about 10 or 15 psi right now. I'm going to crank that up to 30 psi, put that in my makeshift kegerator stand-up freezer for 24-48 hours. At that point I'll crank it back down to serving pressure, which should be somewhere around about 10 psi. So I've got that moved into the kegerator now. We're setting at about 38 degrees. One of the things that I'm excited to try finally with this beer, I've got the Eva barrier, I don't know how you say it, line. I've also got a couple of duo-tight fittings. Gonna see how I like this. I've heard a lot of good reviews about it. I'm just about ready to upgrade my system down here to have not an actual kegerator, but it is going to be a refrigerator turned into a kegerator, tap handles, the whole 9 yards. Really want to utilize this duo-tight system with the Eva barrier, let me know in the comments how EVA barrier, I don't know, whatever. Super excited to try this, see how this works, and kind of plan for getting that fridge down here and converting it into a kegerator, which is going to be an upcoming video at some point. Something else new to me that I tried with this beer, a couple of days ago I came down to the fermentation chamber, dialed down the temperature to about 38 degrees to let this cold crash for about 48 hours before I kegged it today. Not sure what the difference is going to be, but I am excited to at least see what impact that had on the beer, what impact that had on the beer, the color, quality, all of that stuff. I'm just so super excited about this, friends. I can't explain it. If you're a home brewer, you know what I'm talking about. If you're not already, please consider subscribing. That always helps us out. And smash that bell so you get a notification every time we post a video here on Ozark Outdoor Brewing. And remember, drink responsibly.